Hey folks, welcome back. We're still in the industrial era as the Italians and just started a war against the sort of purplish-pink player here, who is playing as the Scots. And excited to get this party started here, specifically Babylon, because as I pointed out previously, there are quite a few wonders in this city that I want. So we'll see how the conflict goes. They are a decent ways behind me, right? So if we look at my units, I've got my Alpini as the Italians. They've got a bunch of older stuff. Now it's still enough to be a bit of a threat, so I do have to be somewhat careful, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to handle this without too much trouble. So we're going to end the deployment, and actually before I do that, and before I forget, I want to pillage this area here, right? I would like to get that that outpost up so I can get some of those strategics that are there and luxuries. Okay, so we're going to start by killing the arquebuses. Probably the most dangerous unit that they have at the moment. Simply because it allows them to do damage to me without me being able to damage them back. Let's see, where can I shoot from? Okay, let's go all the way over here. Start bringing in reinforcements. I was hoping to kill them. Bit of a wasted shot, that. Ideally, if you're this far ahead of another player, you want to be killing unit with every single shot that you take. Since I can cross cliffs, I can get down to these areas pretty easily, though. So that gives me some more options I wouldn't have with some of the other cultures. Kill those drafties. Okay. That's fine. Should be a quick combat here, I think. Unless they have some other sort of hidden forces in reserve somewhere. Okay. There are two wonders available, Kaiserly Kaveft and Big Ben. Neither of them are going to be an amazing boon to my empire, so I'm just going to skip that. Also, I realized that there have been changes to how independent cities work, right? So you just going to explore this a little bit, because I don't really know how it works. Let's just like pump that patronage all the way up. Because I know there are these various treaties you can get, right? So there's science collaboration, for instance, right? That's 200 science there. And there's some other things that might be useful. So we'll just see how that goes. Okay, didn't lose any units. Still have a spy master somewhere. Alright. There's Babylon. Oh, they also have the Citadel of Alamus here. Yeah, definitely going to be taking that city in the peace deal, that's for sure. Alright. Oh man, their war support is from own units eliminated by a traitor. Wow. Just instant collapse of their war score. No. So I could force a surrender. I don't know if I have enough war score to get everything, right? So let's see. Obviously I want the city. Regulus is one as well. And then this one, Kaibo, something like that. That seems well developed. I don't quite have enough war score for that. So I just want to end this conflict relatively quickly. We'll go for that one because it's adjacent. And then I can start building more support again right away. Okay, so they attached this one. That's fine, I'm not worried about that. We're going to come down here and just give this a little pillage. And now we have Babylon. So let's get some theaters going. Go ahead and purchase both of those. Obviously still trying to generate as much influence as we can. Got some oil. Wow, we don't have a charcoal kiln in here. Yikes. Alright, let's go on expert. We're going to do that. I'm getting more outputs per researcher than per trader in this city, so I'm going to focus on the researchers. It's 15 food from the fishery, so let's grab that. Get 27 food from whale fishing as well, as opposed to 31 from fertilizer plants. Go for the fertilizer plant. That does give me slightly more. We'll just buy that oil well. Just trying to get this developed as quickly as possible while the stability kind of recovers. Okay. Make sure we're grabbing this leverage here. Oh, some more down here. Yeah, I've got an event, apparently. We're overproductive. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Overproductive is the only one that really gives me stuff that I want. I do move in the wrong direction on the axis, but I'm already maxed out, so it's not going to really affect anything if I just take that one event choice. Alright. Housing. Let's see. I feel like we want the trader stuff here. 28 food from farms isn't bad. But also consider a coal plant there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of just looking around my empire to see what my outputs are looking like. It's been a couple days since I played. I've been pretty busy, so I don't remember exactly where I left off. Okay, let's get away from him. He'll definitely attack me there. Okay, and they founded a city. That's really unfortunate. Thankfully, I'm not taking any attrition. Yep. Okay. Some leverage. Get that one next turn. Oh wait, now we're taking attrition. Okay. We'll have to come back for that city, I guess. Alright, I'm less worried about... I guess I can hold those guys in reserve. I was going to say I'm less worried about defending that now, but they are kind of in a position to hit from a different side. Let's see. That must be the unique unit for the Swedes. Haven't seen it yet. Okay, go ahead and pillage here. I'm just going to keep people positioned on the front line. And this envoy down here are going to come up and grab me that. I know I'm not likely to get many of the diplomat stars, but I'm going to give myself the best chance possible, right? Let's take a look at this here. %, kinship. Okay, I see. So, I'm the 4th most influential. Well, we'll see how I do, I suppose. Okay, so tech. Wireless tech could be interesting. I do have a lot of commons quarters. Go ahead and grab that. It also leads into the next era, right? I'm actually a lot closer than I thought on technology. I still need 3 more to get all my scientist stars. which I would like to do, and then we'll be thinking about which culture we want to pick in the next era pretty shortly here. Any other grievances? British. Zulu. Okay. Oops, these guys. There we go. Alright, it'll take a little while to build the war score back up there. I'm hoping they swap off diplomats when they go up an era. Or whatever that affinity is called. That's kind of my made-up name for them as diplomats. Okay, we want the academy in here. Also want to start getting siege artillery soon. Huh. I don't know what unit that could have been. Okay, I forgot I have the Spy Master. Let's, like, see what we can do. I assume the eliminated unit comes from this guy here, is my assumption. I'm going to build another envoy, just so I can grab some of these leverages. And they're pretty inexpensive to build. Alright, over here. Let's start getting some of this stuff. I am going to need a lot of my cities to be building military at some point. That's not a big ROI there. So let's get the library, we'll get the alchemist workshop. We'll want the theater as well at some point. Okay. Looking around for leverage, don't see anything. I kind of made this as a comment in one of my videos that I uploaded, I think maybe the last one, that the leverage mechanic's a little weird. It feels like it's added an extra layer of micromanagement to the game, but in a way that isn't really interesting. I don't know, osmosis event. Almost 4,000 science, I'll take it. So, like, basically you're just moving envoys around, right? There's not... I already have one down here. We'll just use this guy. There's not really anything strategic about the envoys, in my opinion. Like, they either just sit in a city, or you have them around and collect what are reskinned curiosities, right? So I don't feel like it's a very compelling system in that respect. Now, I do like some of the other changes that I've mentioned before, and I'm still not fully familiar with them. Go ahead and attach here. Yeah, does it really make a difference? I'll just go for a corner there, I suppose. Buy that theater. Yeah, why not get the fertilizer plant? Why not buy whale fishing? Why not buy the high furnace? Get the science stuff. Still can't build any districts yet. Still recovering there. We definitely won't be going for the Cubans, since I don't have any alliances. Still not sure who I am going to pick. Plenty of options. Probably go for a science civ, to be honest. Though I suppose the Americans have been changed too, haven't they? Quite substantially. So, and I haven't really tried them. And when I say they've been changed, I mean since like the last time I've really played the game, which was quite a while ago. Grab mechanization. The defense agency, though, for the Americans used to be absolute garbage. For the era they were in, the Americans were probably the worst culture in the game. And I don't know if that's true anymore, but I'm going to find out. Let's see. Okay. I don't really care about trade resources anymore. I'm going to go for seized resources. I've already built all the manufactories that I can build. So it's really not important to me to reduce the needed resources. So I could get a free switch out of that effectively. So I think I'm going to go for that. What's going on here? Ah, I see. Didn't realize you could do that. Okay. And I think I need one more tech for this last era star, right? I do. And then I'll also get all 3 aesthete stars, which is a nice bonus. Grab mercantilism, just because the manufactory is something I might actually build. The rest of this stuff doesn't really give me anything that I need. Alright, down here. Wow, 182 industry from that. Yeah, let's build the sawmill. I know that's quite a bit of pollution, but... 272 science? Yes, please. Okay, I think the sort of end of this game will end up going pretty quickly. 158 industry. Don't want to scale up too hard on pollution generating effects. Bank would be good here. Seafood wholesalers, I suppose. Okay, Thing How. So I don't have a charcoal kiln in here, because frankly I barely have any industry. But let's grab that. It is kind of a fundamental district. We'll get a couple of those, and then kind of go back to our science quarters. Start moving in this direction. I have all the science infrastructure? I don't. That's okay. It's not a huge ROI on those yet for the time it takes to build them. When I say ROI, I mean return on investment. I realize not everyone's going to have that as part of their lexicon, especially if you're not a native English speaker. All right. I'm oppressing the faithful, apparently. Let's see. And you're just gonna wait a turn. Idle you. No, I'm going to reject that. Yeah, I have more than enough stability here to handle it. Done. Now that'll... Yeah, that moves me back to that extra stability, so I lose the plus 10% money, but... I mean, I'm generating so much money already that it's not that big of a deal. It is an extra, 2,300 money per turn that I'm losing out on from changing that civic, but it's fine. They love these leverage actions, the AI. Okay, we'll see what that actually does on the next turn, I guess. So, we got all those air stars. Just one of the diplomat stars, but we're not going to stick around to get another 300 leverage. That would just take too long. Think about who we want in the next era. Let's take a quick look at the tech tree. I think the strategy here is to kind of rush down the rest of the tech tree, and we can do that with the Swedes or the Japanese. Though I did want to try the Americans, didn't I? Screw it, let's go for it. USA, here we come. We'll just pick up guerrilla warfare, I guess, while we wait for the era up. It's envoy. Okay, there we go. No, I don't want that. It's really annoying when you're capturing territory sometimes, but just the way the osmosis works and you start getting spammed with events. Okay, you can sit tight. It's kind of turned into some makeshift explorers up here for me. Alright, and here we go in the modern era as the Americans. Already got a builder star. Let's take a look at the wonders. So, the Pentagon is a new one that I'm not familiar with. +1 number of bombardments per turn. Sounds great for the Americans with their emblematic district. -25% on cost for units with bombardability. We also have the Congress of Humankind, which gives extra international sway. Sydney Opera House is definitely a favorite of mine in this era. Let's go for the Pentagon. It's a pretty natural choice for the US, I think. And as far as tech goes, let's come off guerrilla warfare. We're going to go for aerial warfare for the airport. And then we're going to rush down to nuclear fusion. Ah, this is changed. Or sorry, fusion reactors. There we go. Plus 50% industry on city or outpost. I just want to maintain as many demands as I can against other players. I can actually go steal their stuff now. Kind of forgot about that as an ability. Let's see. She's manipulate city. I'm just curious how this works, since I have not used it yet. It's a little late in the game, but... Alright, osmosis event. No. But thank you. Alright, let's use under one banner here. Just kind of trying to be as obnoxious as possible, honestly. And let's go ahead and buy the theater. So we have the defense agency. Let's these count as commons quarters. Pretty decent outputs with all the upgrades that I have so far. Now, if I'm not mistaken, so the defense agency +3 bonus combat strength when launching artillery, air, missile strikes. So we're gonna need to churn out some artillery here in short order. Just gonna go ahead and buy a whole bunch of them. And then, do I have anything that's struggling with stability? Doesn't really seem like it. Yeah, I have a huge surplus in most of my cities. I think they'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, so I can pretty much just put these anywhere. Sure. Sure. Okay. I'm kind of excited to see what happens with this. Though I'd like to test it against somewhat more modern opponents. And thank God for the Italians' commons quarter cost reduction. Really letting me get these quite quickly. Okay, Kerma. I'm actually going to repurpose you briefly. And over here... Actually, do I... Let me check something. Don't have the military school here yet. I'm going to grab that first. That should reduce the production time on those units pretty substantially. We'll finish that on the next turn. Then we're going to build the Pentagon over here, I guess. I don't think it has any adjacency effects, really. Yeah. Sure, right there works just fine. So we're going to have a lot of bombard strength. Okay. Leventa. Plus 30 gold there. Quite good. And these are all pretty equal. So I guess it's counts as a market quarter. I'm not sure if it always did that. It does help quite a bit in kind of justifying building it. Okay, we'll end our turn. And we'll buy the military school quick. They're fighting me, apparently. How am I the stronger side here? Exactly. Considering how many of these they have. There's no way I win that. Okay, apparently I can't retreat and I just lose my unit. Yeah, still not really sure how the spy works. I'm not going to worry about it this game. Maybe I can lean a little bit more into that on my next game, which is kind of what I plan to do. That might be worth... Actually, no, I'd rather maintain my... my current ability to generate grievances through having a different religion. Okay, let's see what's going on here. See, I'm going to support the British, just because they're pretty much out of the game, and I'm focusing on purple/pink. So anything that sort of hamstrings them is good for me. Finally, tech osmosis. So one more turn on aerial warfare, and then I'm going to start getting some airport so I can actually move these units around. Part of me thinking I should grab this. There we go. I may want to outsource some of this building here. Also don't have defense agencies here yet. Alright, let's sequence this in a semi-reasonable manner. Can I buy this first? I can. Let's grab the barracks. Grab the armory. And we'll get a couple... Oh, man, that's still so expensive. Never mind. At least the other things were still production that I need anyway. Move a few people over here. Yeah, we'll keep just going on those science ones for now. Get these defense agencies. Just let Kerma worry about this, and I can start buying these pretty soon as well. I said Shun. Got a little bit of Sean Connery going, I guess. Go there. In general, I value flat production more than an equivalent amount of gold. Okay, and up here, just put some turns into the Pentagon. Okay, so there's aerial warfare. So I already have my tech path set here. But I want an airport. I want two of them, in fact. We're going to go for a spot that's relatively easy to access. It's kind of the main part. We'll put it right there. Okay, going to take a little bit to build, that's fine. Then down in Babylon, we're going to do the same. Because gold there, I'm not really worried about gold as much as the ability to kind of move my units to a valuable position. I'm actually going to put it here. It gives me the most ability to kind of strike outwards, right? We'll make sure we're getting our defense agencies here. I'm worried that these are way too strong, honestly, but it's kind of why I chose them, as I'm interested in seeing just how strong they are. I'd actually grab one more airport up here somewhere. I think that makes sense. Okay, you are going to wait for now. Okay, buy that. Let's buy as many of these as I can. Which isn't that many. They're quite expensive. I'm only going to... Let's see. This doesn't really matter to me. I'll just go for the winning side, I guess. So that'll reduce my build costs a little bit on the units that I'm building. Didn't really have to think twice about that effect. Interesting, they have a spy out here. So it's -8 combat strength for Undermined. It's quite strong. Alright. Keep reducing my war support. I'm not sure if there's anything you can really do about that, right? So, I know I haven't really played around with the spies very much. How do I have... I don't have 5 of them. I had 1. I guess it's maximum agents, right? So it would be inclusive of the envoys as well. That makes sense. Okay, let's see. Any other unclaimed resources? I've got to have a few, right? Yep, up here. Over here. Okay, looks like it for now. Obviously I can see the uranium, but I can't quite use it yet. Also, I noticed there was, yeah, there's an army here. Let's attack them. See, can I get a treaty here yet? Doesn't look like it. I see, you have to be at a certain percentage of all patronage to unlock those. Interesting choice. Okay. Kill the crossbows first, since they can shoot me without me really being able to do anything about it. Take care of those ones. Easy fight. Goodbye. Man, that's so much war support from the trader badge. It's wild. I didn't realize just how powerful that was, to be honest. I feel like I have the trader badge in most games, but I wasn't paying that close of attention to it, simply because it was pretty easy to generate war score in most games. It's a bit harder now, right? Because they're constantly using these actions against you. Okay. Try this again with the spy. Go down here. Suppose I'm gonna declare war on them soon. Yeah, they're gonna start spamming me with placate. Oops. Sure, it's fine. Let's see. Let's just get these last units out and start working on the rest of the queue here. Just gonna buy all the stuff I can. And we'll use the airport to bring that artillery over. And in the meantime, I'm going to send a diplomatic ultimatum. Okay, and that lets me just do a regular declare war rather than a surprise war. Unfortunately, I can't attack that city now with these units. So I'm going to need some naval, at least one naval force to deal with that. I mean, just a couple ironclad should do it, honestly. They're pretty powerful. Alright. Nikane, let's help with Pentagon. And I can get uranium now. So let me hunt around for uranium really quickly. There's one here. You get some effects from having uranium, so you do want to build them where you have them. I can't remember exactly what they are at the moment. Let's check. Yeah, it's the sort of same effect as coal, right? Where you get that those extra outputs, and you get it with aluminum as well if you go for power lines. That's really the only ones I have. Huh. Would have thought I had more than that, to be honest. Alright, well, such is life, I suppose. Let's go up here. Aha, okay, there's a city there. See what they have. Okay, reinforcements, nothing I can't handle. Still working with the war elephant, I see. Get them in the city. That opens up my line of fire here. Uh-oh. Oh no, I hate when this happens. Hopefully I'll actually be able to end this round of combat, because otherwise I'm going to have to reload my save. Really shocked they haven't fixed this bug yet, to be honest. Oh, shoot. Okay, alright. I could at least end the round. The crossbows. Get into the city. Get on a position where we can overlook the flag there. So we'll shoot there. We've taken some damage on this guy. Not like any insane amount, but move him back up here. Down to the flag. I don't know where this last unit is. I'm not going to bother looking for one stealth unit. There we go. Killed itself. Alright. That's one city there. Not really making any headway in terms of religion, but that's fine. Okay. No, I'm not agreeing to that. Absolutely not. Okay. Make sure we pillage that. Want to knock out this city as well. My side is weaker, huh? It's just ships. Let's see. Let's do that. It's kind of about maximizing your front line to do the most damage as possible, right? Once you have units that can't fire over each other. So pretty much all my moves are about getting as many people to shoot as possible. And usually the thing that's going to obstruct you is terrain or city tiles, right? Because you can't, you have to be adjacent to the city tile to move in, and it takes all your movement. And city tiles tend to take up a lot of the map, especially in the late game. With the Alpini, you can ignore a lot of the terrain though, right? The cliffs that would normally block movement, you can just pop right over. Let's see. He can't shoot anything. There we go. Okay, so I could end the conflict again. I think the question is, am I okay with just taking these two, or do I want to push on to Carthage? Because I could probably take Carthage with the amount of horse core that I have. Let's see. Get these guys over here. We're going to fly them right there. All right. Make sure we're grabbing this leverage. This is what I was talking about earlier in the episode, where this just kind of feels micromanagey, you know? Don't really like just moving my agents around, collecting leverage. I don't know. It's kind of a boring, tedious mechanic at this point in the game, right? Okay, don't know why the game does that sometimes. All right, let's push to Carthage, I think. If I take Carthage, they're pretty much out of the game. What's the range on this? Not as far as I want it to be. Would also like to get an aerodrome at some point. Let me go ahead and attach this here. Sure, that makes sense. I'm gonna grab a couple of these just because I know my emblematic unit needs those, right? The F-35 ripoff, basically, that isn't called an F-35. I need more food in here too. Add a few things into this queue. Okay, so we are going to want to get the nuclear plant, especially in cities where I'm generating pollution, which are probably my main cities. Go ahead and just buy it there. I have a long production queue at the moment. I do have a coal plant in here. "42 industry." It's not amazing, but it's something. Mostly in it for the pollution reduction. Alright, so nuclear weapons. Yeah, we don't want that low war support equilibrium, even though that additional fame bonus multiplier is nice, as well as the grievance, but we're going to go with the test for sure. You can wait. Okay. Go ahead and pillage here. Should be that for this turn. Using some more support, but I think that's fine. Let's see if I can... Kind of expected that to do more, to be honest. Let's just get them into combat. I want to siege the city anyway. We'll worry about, like, blowing a city up with Bombard against some other opponents. Let's see. Just gonna have everyone in the back. Alright. I wonder if there's still that bug where artillery can't target units that are on destroyed defenses. See how far in here I can get. Okay. Okay, just win this in one turn, that would be great, but I think they have too many units. Oops. Horsemen are basically not a threat at all, so we're not going to worry about them. Oops. But now that I had no other targets to shoot, that was the time to get them. Okay, we'll get these guys ready to take care of the ships down here. I feel like the... Is there anywhere I haven't finished my emblematic district yet? I wonder if the defense agency is just on the... It feels like it applies a global bonus. Is what it reads to me. But I wonder if you have to be actually on the building. So that seems to be the case. Which also makes a lot more sense, right? Because if you could just stack that up to absurd degrees, you could just blow cities up immediately. Have that leverage. But it is a little misleading in that respect. Unless it's what is just not applying properly. Alright, let's go ahead and force a resolution. Carthage is definitely the most valuable city that they have. I think I'm just going to take all their stuff here. So this is a pretty irrelevant area, right? So I could grab Sipar as well in this peace deal. There we go. I'll probably just merge these right away. So what I'm going to do... I'll definitely be declaring war on these guys again. I'm gonna stack a few in the same area and see if I get the bombard strength there. Okay, non-aggression pact. Don't think so, bud. Let's bring these guys up here. Don't need them down there anymore. Alright. Let's grab the uranium line. So it is going to provide me some extra outputs. Clear the Pentagon out of the queue here. Celebrating. Go for learning. That also bumps me up into that plus 10% science, which is way, way, way more valuable than the 5 stability. Osmosis, no. Also want to do the fission test. Don't know if I have a great area for this stuff, to be honest. Like maybe if I move this to the, like one of these corners, I might be able to squeeze something in there. The ICBM test, the last one in the queue, I guess you can call it, is pretty large in terms of its footprint, so it's a little difficult to maintain a clear area for it, because you're really not thinking about it for most of the game. You have other priorities. Let's park these guys here. Stop oppressing my people. Claim a new wonder, which I am definitely going to do. Let's see. Can I get a treaty yet? I can. Do trading charter. Gain access to tradable resources. Don't think they have any really. Mercenary charter. Let's do the science collaboration. And we're going to grab Sydney Opera House, since that affects all the outputs, and we want all the outputs, obviously. I have a fission test. Yeah, I feel like it can't be done in territories, right? It needs to be done in cities. Let's see. Okay, these are good candidates down here. If I move some of these like out to the corners, I did not mean to do that. Shit. Just get a cheap unit to pillage that. It's very obnoxious. Obviously, I clicked the button, right? It's my fault that that happens, but it's not what I was going for. Okay, we'll just attach to the city here. There's a random Olmec head in the center that's going to stop me from doing some of this stuff. Okay, Washington, you can just do that one. All right, let's get the fusion test done. Wow, you don't even have flood irrigation here. I guess there aren't really any. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. There aren't really any, what's the word I'm looking for? Any rivers in this city. And over here. Okay, you can go ahead and wait. You can hang out. I'm an expansionist, so I can trespass freely. Don't want your stupid civic. there anything that would help on food? 54 food? Yeah, that would help. 49 food? Yeah, that would help. There we go. Go on expert. We'll prioritize science over money. I have plenty of income already. Okay. Stop them from earning that leverage. Okay. I start doing pretty good on stars, honestly. I should get most of those. So leverage there I want to grab. Oh, I saw another one. Victory, apparently. That was kind of weird. Okay, so now that I've gotten diffusion reactor, which gives me reduced pollution as well as extra industry, let's go for jet fighters, just for that emblematic unit. Curious to see how good it actually is. And then maybe computing, though honestly I should probably just start going for satellites. As well as space orbital is pretty good too. I guess with fighter jet, space orbital makes the most sense, and I can just start buying stuff at a super rapid clip. Okay, go for the fusion test here. Alright, come here you. Sorry, Washington. For those who don't know, I do live in Washington, D.C. So it feels extra bad. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? You attacked my envoy, how dare you. Okay, so working on these defense agencies. I want to get another artillery army. Just because I'm going to need another one to kind of support this area up here. Did I... Can't remember if I built an airport up here. I feel like I built one down here maybe? Yeah. Let's get that fusion test. I feel like there must be some kind of diplomatic thing that I'm missing that can help you increase your war score. Maybe through spies or something of the nature. A scout, huh? Really top of the line technology they've got there. Alright, let's fly these guys way out here. Pretty sure I'll be fighting these guys in the near future. Let's have them park here. I want to see if that defense agency affects them when I bombard. Grab that. Try to grab that one there. And kind of getting to the point where it doesn't matter so much what I'm actually building in most of my cities. Let's see. Let's get this down to 1 turn. Great. Maybe build this in, I don't know, somewhere that doesn't have a wonder yet. I do like There we go, that'll be nice and pretty, right? Surrounded by the harbors on either side for some reason. Don't know why the AI does stuff like that. That makes no sense, but what are you gonna do? Okay, you can just hang out. And I haven't built all these defense agencies yet. Let's get the Sydney Opera House in queue after the fusion test here. I also have almost 100,000 gold that I am not using, right? So let's go ahead and grab a few science districts with that. As well as the infrastructure in this city. Get it here too. Don't think I'll have enough for academy, no. Build that next. Don't know why those guys are there. Let's move them over to science. Just trying to whip through the tech tree now, really. Okay, there's fighter jets. Got an aesthete star. Okay, so what I'll need... I guess I can really just purchase them in like the one place I actually have an aerodrome, right? But like right there, maybe. See how much they cost to buy. That's not too bad. The thing about moving these units is, oh, it's aerial stealth. The thing about moving these units is you need to have like a path across aerodromes. You can't just fly it across the world, right? Okay, and my turn here. Keep on collecting leverage. I feel like I'm not really collecting that much in terms of leverage, but yeah, no new grievances this turn. Okay, so since stealth has been reworked, I wonder if I can actually perform strikes. Should have turned that off last turn. Okay. Alright, so can I need to declare war. Are there any units just being out in the open here? Doesn't seem like it. Also doesn't really seem like the defense agency is applying effects. And to refuse their demands, and that'll take my war support up faster. I'm worried about doing it here because they might force me into another war, kind of like they did last time, before I have the war support. I'll just pay. Okay, pick that leverage up, and then you're just waiting. Okay, then go there. Okay, there's space orbital. Just buy those extra lightnings. Really no need to be on air patrol, but I can't take them off until next turn. I kind of wish they didn't start on air patrol. It does make them useful the turn that you get them in some respects. But it is annoying that I need like 2 turns to let them bombard a target. Okay, looks like the leverage already got collected. No? I don't think so. Okay, so I am on the defense agency here. So I'm gonna do a quick save. And let's declare war on the British. 58. It really doesn't feel like the defense agency is doing anything. Like, I'm even sitting on top of it, right? Like, am I crazy when I read the effect of it? Have any cities where I'm still building it? Doesn't look like it. Let me just attach something. We'll attach that one. +3 bonus combat strength when launching artillery, air, or missile strikes on unit. Is the on unit thing why? Oh, it's on unit. Okay, so it doesn't affect buildings. I see. So I am doing quite a bit of damage to the units. I see. Okay, that makes sense. So at least I can't just instantly delete units, which is probably for the best. I'm gonna do an airstrike here. Just want to see the effect. I do like the effect of the airstrikes. Yeah, it really didn't do that much, considering the difference in tech. I realize I'm doing that damage spread across an entire army. But these are a late game emblematic unit, you know? Another thing I'm still peeved about is air units that end up in a combat zone can't be utilized. It's just a frustrating mechanic that I've run into before, because frequently, especially in like with the World War II kind of tech, they don't have enough range to actually make it to most of your battles unless you're also risking them like being so close that they can't actually be utilized due to being in the battle zone. Probably one of the main reasons I don't use air units that much is because of that. All right. I think I'm just going to try to kill as many units as possible there. So you can knock those arquebuses out, get in the city. How many units left? This one. Okay. There we go. So my opinion of the Americans changed at all since last time I played them? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it a little more. That stacking of like bombard effect could, like, I can see that being quite good. But I'm not noticing like a tooltip that shows me I actually have more combat strength, so I'm questioning whether or not it's actually functioning correctly when even when I'm bombarding units and not a city, you know. Yeah, why not? This is a little bit excessive. Wow, it didn't even kill an envoy. I'm not convinced that defense agency is functioning correctly. That is a valid target, right? For which I should be receiving that combat strength bonus. And that envoy has what, 19 combat strength? I don't think it's working. Which is too bad. Let's see. Go for Christ the Redeemer. Oh, wait. No. You wait. Wanted to attack here. Okay. Okay, I guess the battle zone arbitrarily expanded to include my fighters. This is kind of what I'm talking about, right? So, like, I can't utilize these guys in a battle at all. Yeah, I don't know. Just really devalues them because they have to be so far back from the front to not get caught up in a battle zone this late in the game because they get so big, you know. Also, it occurred to me that maybe the reason I wasn't getting the combat strength bonus is that I have to be targeting a unit in battle, right? And not just like a bombard on the map. So maybe we'll give that a shot if we can find a way to figure that out. Take these guys off that mode. I feel like, yeah, given my bonuses, it should be more than enough to handle them. Try moving this guy back just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm actually going to be able to make any use of this ability from the Americans, assuming that it's, you know, actually functioning as intended here. Alright, let's get Christ the Redeemer. Doesn't really matter where I put it, to be honest. Trying to farm fame, really. Okay. Got the nuclear weapon stuff. And we're going to want one of these. Let's just put it like right there. And then we want, which one is the fame for? I think it's just a regular nuclear missile. There we go. I don't think you get it if you get the upgraded nuclear missile. Get some science districts. Just keep the cash going. And we're going to work on the space station. Right, there's fine. I'll probably just end the game with the space station here, since the effect from the Americans is a lot less good than I thought it was going to be. Maybe not than I thought it was going to be, but less effective than I had hoped. I'm just gonna bring one of these guys in. I don't need the rest. I'll wipe these guys out very easily. Alright. And then probably peacetime next turn. Yeah. Okay, we'll force surrender. Can I take everything? Not quite. I'll take all their cities. So I'm just going to absorb some of these into each other. Get out of here. There we go. Okay. I'll have someone work on the satellites here. Oops. Satellites. There we go. Sure. Just trying to get through to the end of the game now. Not gonna worry about going for like a fame high score or whatever. I know I'm not gonna get at this game, right? I've had better games than this in the past. Grab all that stuff, I guess. I'll take a look at my fame. Yeah, I'm gonna complete like all these Era Stars very quickly, so I'd really just be building wonders and that kind of stuff for the rest of the game, so I might as well just try to finish relatively quickly here. We'll grab computing for the science boost. Not sure. This, yeah. Doesn't really matter which one we go for, I don't think. These power lines maybe would give us a science boost as well. Okay. Get you on the satellite. Just buy that tech park. Satellite, satellites. Satellites. Defense agency, I guess. I guess I can buy a wonder here. Sure, why not? We'll get the Congress of Humankind. Definitely right up my alley this game, for sure. Just what I need. I'll give some of these cities something to do. That won't be enough there. Let's do that. Yeah, this is gonna probably take most of my things here. I do like getting the satellite network. I know I said I'm not gonna go for the fame, but it's just, it's so natural for me to build the satellite network before I finish the game. Very close to being able to finish that. I buy that out. There we go. Okay, and now we go for the lunar lander. Very happy that it shows you spots that it's possible to build now. I do wish there were like city management kind of tab that would allow you to like manage the construction in multiple cities at once. Be quite nice. Okay, one more to build. Sure, right there works. Yeah, just because I'm a bit of a hoe for fame, I'm gonna finish the Congress first. Almost at the end, though. Definitely could have ended the game earlier if I wanted to. Kind of torn on what to do, because I do like to try to maximize my fame as much as possible, but this... I've already had quite a long game on this one, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Might as well just claim another wonder. Look at all those wonders I've claimed. Should have built the Brussels Town Hall or whatever it is. Let's see. Just like research some of this old stuff. Well, deed accomplished. Does that not end the game anymore? Or maybe, I can't remember. I think there's an event associated with it. There we go. Triggers the end of the game. Great. So that should do it there. Obviously, I could have gotten the scientist stars if I wanted to, and probably one of the diplomat stars. There was some extra fame opportunities in the competitive deeds, I think. Yeah. I'm not too worried about it, though, right? Obviously, there were some opportunities there, but it's fine. 28,000 or nearly 29,000 is really not a bad result at all. Overall, pretty solid game. I feel like I still don't really have a handle on the diplomacy mechanics. Like, I definitely have had an intro to it and have an idea of some of the effects that can be generated. And a little bit about the envoys particularly, still not really grasping the spies. They didn't seem that impactful. And it seems like they were pretty easy to discover, right? Which kind of negates their purpose. Skip this. So pretty even on fame right up until around turn 90. I start taking off. This is pretty typical against the AI, I feel like, because they kind of fail to scale up in the same way. I had a lot of gold that game. Yeah. Yeah, not even close on population. Religion they kept up with. I don't know why it is they just have a lot of difficulty building their cities, I think. They just don't build them very optimally. They don't know how to focus on anything. The next highest fame, 15,300, which is okay for an AI, but not amazing. But I think that's going to be it here. Thanks for tuning in. I know it was a bit of a slog to get to the end, but we did it. And I'm already looking at what the next game is going to be. In addition to that, I'm also thinking about perhaps branching out just very briefly. I know Age of Wonders 4 just came out, and that's something I'm considering making an episode or two on. I haven't really played much of the Age of Wonders series. I have a basic handle on it, but I'm not an expert on it by any means. But if that's something people are interested in, I might do a little bit of a dive into that. Only kind of ad hoc, little temporary, right? Humankind's still the focus, but it is an adjacent kind of game that has some similarities and some differences, obviously. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time.